I'm really excited to welcome you all to our panel today, in the middle of it all, supporting caregivers in the sandwich generation. If you're supporting both a parent and a child, how has that shaped your care journey, especially around planning or managing pain?
Sometimes there's more options than what your doctor is telling you, especially with like non-opioid pain medications. So you have to be the one doing that research in advance of knowing the questions to ask, knowing what else is out there, and advocating for your parents just the same way that you would for your kids.
And making sure that we have these conversations ahead of time and that we have a plan and that patients kind of know what the options are.
So if you're preparing to care for somebody after surgery, what's important to understand about pain management options, especially non-opioid medications, to ensure a smooth recovery process?
You can start to ask these questions immediately about what your options are, what the recovery is going to look like, what the pain management plan is going to be, and how that differs between each doctor that's taking care of you and each facility, and how is that going to impact your own personal functional recovery. And so I think asking the questions and understanding what can I do to help me and my family, because recovery and pain management affects everyone. It's not just the patient, it's not just the person going through the procedure, it's the whole support system that's working together as a team to kind of get you back on your feet.
Yeah, I think it's just, again, more of that invisible labor of doing your research and knowing your options and then being there to help advocate for that.
Dr. Marcy, you've experienced this from every angle, recovering from a complex surgery yourself. You mentioned your sister who you need to step in as a caregiver, and you're navigating that all as a mom of two. So what's something you understand now about recovery that you didn't before, and what should more women be thinking about?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I had a major surgery, I guess 2 years ago now, a hysterectomy, total pelvic reconstruction, ended up being like a 6-hour procedure. And, I have my 2 boys, I have a full caseload of patients, my family's on the West Coast. And kind of funny, my sister flew in to take care of me, and my surgery was out of state. So we got an Airbnb and stayed close to the surgeon. And, it was just like, it was this whole kind of symphony of people coming together to help. And then I see patients in this kind of same situation, both from traumatic delivery and just kind of normal procedures. And then my sister had terrible delivery. I had planned to go just for a few days, but ended up staying 10. She couldn't get out of bed, and I'm, taking care of the newborn and also just fighting tooth and nail for doctors to listen to us and just, get her pain controlled and kind of all the things. So you can't really prevent a lot of these things, but knowing kind of like the decision-making tree and what all of the options are, not just for pain management, but also resources that you might need or support system that you might have, and kind of getting that all into place early. Even if outcomes aren't really what you're expecting, you can have a better experience knowing that you've asked the questions, that you've perhaps asked other opinions from physicians, and that that you have other options, and not just feeling stuck kind of in this like, oh my gosh, I have to do it this way, I have to do it this way, and like this is happening to me, versus being a part of the active decision-making process.
What do you wish someone had told you at the start of your caregiving journey?
I wish somebody had told me that you're not just caring for the person who's going through the medical concerns, you're also caring for the caregiver.
My mom was a caregiver for over 50 years for my dad. And like you, I would say, how's dad doing today? Is he having a good day? Is he eating? And no one really asked her. And I feel like there was a lot of chronic stress being the caregiver. So yeah, don't overlook the caregiver.
Caitlin, I'm curious, what were the signs that you needed to step in more to advocate for and to be more involved in your dad's care?
Yeah, I think just seeing that how much it was weighing on my mom, and that putting all of that on my mom's shoulders didn't feel fair.
So my mom has to care for my terminally ill father, and we all live at home. So how can I make my mom not have caregiver fatigue? Do you guys have any ideas?
I like that. You watch your mom and see what she does on a routine, and you can take over something.
Don't ask, what do you need? What can I help you with? Because then it's like, oh my God, I now have to come up with a list of things that you can take on. It's even more, you think that question is so helpful, but it's almost even more mental work for the person that you're asking.
That was Amazing answers. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Dr. Marcy. Thank you, Alyce. Thank you, Caitlin, for being with us here today and for being so open and honest about your caregiving journeys.